All right, how you doing today, Barry?
All's good.
So, Barry, how old are you?
70.
70. So, Barry, I know that you did some wrestling before this. How long did you wrestle for, or at least coach wrestling for?
Well, I started wrestling when I was like 13, and it just never left. I just love it. So I just always stayed with it, and I guess then some of the martial arts came in because we used to have to make weight, and there was a YMCA near or in my town, so we made weight boxing. That's how we did it.
Nice. So, how many years have you been doing jiu-jitsu?
Actually, taking lessons or whatever, probably about 3.
Okay. And what kind of made the switch from wrestling to jiu-jitsu for you?
Age.
Age. Yep. So what about grappling do you like? Like, what motivates you to grapple versus, like, doing some other things, especially for somebody your age? Like, what about grappling kind of does it for you?
For me, it's just always been, I mean, I like it, and I miss it if I don't do it. So, in one respect, when you're a kid and crazy and whatever, it like saves you. You know, you stay out of trouble because that's your thing. And then, I guess as an adult, I just at some point I just woke up and said, you know, I felt the best when I was in shape, and the best I've ever been in shape is through wrestling practice and whatever. So I just went back to it. You know, I just went back to it, and my son was born and that type of thing. So I wanted to, you know, get back in it so he could get in it and that type of thing.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. That's awesome. So what are some injuries that you have to kind of work around, or what are some things that that makes grappling a little bit difficult for you, but you still end up doing it anyways? Because I know you've got, like, your hips and your shoulders.
The bottom line is the gi. It took me a while to get used to the gi, and I'm not saying that I'm...
Yep.
But I can use the gi as a crutch.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So instead of having to just put all force on a shoulder push or whatever, you can use the gi to right yourself in whatever position, so that takes a lot of pressure directly off your joints and things, because, you know, your joints get beat up.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen you been doing this, and, like, I've seen you walk, so the fact that we're still doing this is always awesome. So what advice, Barry, would you give to, like, somebody your age that's thinking about starting jiu-jitsu? Because I get that a lot, and not even people even remotely close to your age. Usually in their late 40s, early 50s, they're like, you know, I'm kind of too old for this. And I try to explain to them, we have somebody who's in their late 60s, I didn't realize they were 70, like, still doing this. Like, I'm not... So what kind of advice do you have?
Well, they should obviously start slow. You're not... You just... Even if you know, you were a wrestler in the past, or whatever, because this is different. You got to start slow. You got to get the use of it. But personally, I would start people out. You have to use, you know, the techniques and things you show. But I would put them into Greco matches, because they're never going to go to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to learn, get their body back, meaning as far as how to use it, get their hips, their legs back. You know, you go to Greco with lock, and then eventually they realize, okay, I can progress from there. To me, I think that would be it would be a great introduction.
Gotcha.
Because you can, if you do that right, you end up in if you were doing it hard, you'd probably end up in better shape.
Yeah.
Than as we roll.
Mm-hmm.
Because
and
you're always dealing with tension and.
Yeah. Yes, it's a great workout, and you don't get. I don't know. For me personally, it's such a good workout because you're not really thinking about working out, but you're still having fun and doing it. And
with the Greco part of it, if you do the Greco to lock, nobody goes to the mat. Nobody gets thrown. It isn't like what you see in the Olympics or something. You're never going to leave your feet. You're just going to, somebody's going to gain a better position, and you start over.
Yep.
You know? I mean, it's...
All right, so last question for you, Barry. How long do you plan on to keep doing jiu-jitsu?
I keep moving it ahead. Right now the goal is 72, but who knows? You know,
nice.
At this point, I wake up every day and say, okay, I can do it.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Barry. We love having you here, and thank you for doing this little interview with us.
All right, man. Thank you.